Well, hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of Yavapai College Rough Rider Basketball. John Williams here in the Valley of the Sun tonight at Mesa Community College for the game between the Thunderbirds of Mesa Community and the visiting Yavapai Rough Riders. 1994 playoff edition Rider Basketball. The Riders come in with a 12-10 record overall, and they are 16-14 overall, that is, and 12-10 in the conference. And there is a change in the starting lineup tonight due to an altercation in the final regular season game. Tootie Green is suspended for tonight's game due to an altercation with Horacio Lamas of Pima Community in their loss, Pima's loss, that is 79-70 at Walraven Gymnasium. The Riders, of course, come in with the 6th overall seed in the playoff spot, and that puts them on the road, of course, here at Mesa. Mesa clinching the number 3 seed with an 89-77 win the other night against Central Arizona. They finished the season at 17-5 in the conference, and they are 19-11 overall. They are first in total defense as a team, these Thunderbirds, so it's going to be a tough test tonight for the Rider offense. They average giving up on 67 points per game as a team. Mesa swept the season series 2-0, winning 78-60 on December 4th, and they also won an overtime game, a thriller at Walraven, 101-100. Back on January 27th. So it should be a good game tonight. Thunderbirds and the Rough Riders. Well, hi everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you. John Williams from the Theo J. Heap Gymnasium on the campus of Mesa Community College for tonight's playoff action between the Thunderbirds of Mesa Community and the Rough Riders of Yavapai College. Playoffs 1994 style getting underway here as the coaches are down on the floor with their teams. We're about ready to get the starting lineups here. And we will give you those starting lineups right now for the Yavapai College Rough Riders. One change in the starting lineup tonight. Jamar Redding will be a starter tonight in place of Tootie Green. Green suspended for one game due to the altercation the other night in their home game against Pima Community College when Tootie got into a little altercation under the basket with Horacio Llamas of Pima. Both players, of course, suspended for one game. Llamas will serve his suspension first game of next season as Pima failed to qualify for the playoffs. Jamar, starting in place of Tooting tonight at the guard spot, is a 6'3", 165 freshman. At the other guard spot is Brett Marchese, a 6'1", 165 sophomore. The third guard tonight in Dolph Carroll's lineup is Mike McGee, a 6'4", 175 freshman. At one of the two forward spots will be Garth Braxton, a 6'3", 195 freshman, and the other forward is Sebastian Payton, 6'6", 180 sophomore. The head coach is Dolph Carroll in his 5th year, and he's assisted by Brad Clifford. For the home Mesa Thunderbirds tonight, at the guard spot, Mark Ingalls, a 6'1", 175 sophomore. One of the two swingmen tonight will be Joe Whitlock, a 6'5", 180 sophomore. The other swingman will be Ewell Clinton, a 6'1", 200 freshman. One of the two forward spots will be David Lautzenheiser, a 6'6", 215 sophomore. And the other forward, Brent Bowden, a 6'7", 215 sophomore. The head coach for the Thunderbirds is Tom Bennett in his 18th year, and he's assisted by Rob Standifer. A very loud Theo J. Heap Gymnasium tonight as these teams set to do battle. Yavapai with the 6th seed, of course, on the road at number 3. And the winner of this game will go on to face the number 2 seed, Phoenix College, on Thursday night. Phoenix and Northland Pioneer, who finished up 1-2, will get first-round byes. The other game going on tonight will be Central Arizona is hosting Arizona Western down in Coolidge, and the winner of that game will get Northland Pioneer in the second round. We're about set to get this one underway. Glad to have you with us tonight. Hope you'll stay with us tonight for Rider basketball. Getting set to jump will be Garth Braxton, and he will be facing David Lautzenheiser. Ball in the air and we're underway. Controlled by Mesa. Ewell Clinton with the basketball. Passes off on the right side, or make that the left side. Inside to Lautzenheimer. He goes up, and a first basket up and in by Brent Bowden. And just like that, the Thunderbirds out 2-0. Here's Jamar Redding passing it off on the side over there to Braxton. Out to McGee. McGee's going to shoot a three. Off the side, no good. Rebound yanked down. Offensive rebound for Braxton. He brings it back out to McGee, over to Braxton. Yavapai on the perimeter at this point. Here's Redding with the ball out to front. Over to McGee. He's going to shoot another three. Rounding off, no good. So McGee's 0 for 2 for threes in the game. Not 1 minute underway, and it's now 2-0 Thunderbirds. Here's a foul on the play. Mark Ingles drives to the basket, and we have an offensive foul. That is going to be the first personal and the first team foul on the Thunderbirds. Marchese out at the right three-point circle, over to Redding. He's looking inside, finds somebody to dish off to in the left wing. Back out to McGee, another three-pointer on the way. Off the top of the backboard, it's not going to count. Comes down and goes through, but it's out of bounds to Mesa. So far, 3 trips down and scoreless for Yavapai. 18:45 to go first half, 2-0 Mesa. Mesa, of course, winning the first 2 ball games, 86-70, make that 76-60 in their first matchup, and 101-100 in overtime at Walraven. In the lane, a little 7-footer thrown up off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, tapped outside, brought down. Riders running. Marchese on the right wing, brings it down, goes all the way up, lays it up and in. Riders on the board. Marchese with his first 2, and we're tied at 2. Mesa back the other way. And here's a steal underneath, taken right back by Mesa, thrown underneath and out of bounds. Lautzenheiser grabbed the ball away, looked underneath for Ingles, out of bounds, and it goes right back to the Riders. Marchese over the time stripe. Over to McGee. McGee down in the corner to Braxton. Back out. Braxton drives the right, left side, throws up a little 7-footer, won't go. And another rebound for the Thunderbirds. Yanked down by Brent Bowden. Mesa looking inside. Here's a dish inside. Triple teamed. Gets away and throws it up and in. David Lautzenheiser broke triple team coverage underneath and puts it up 4-2 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Here's a wild shot by McGee, an air ball. Yanked down by Mesa. Clinton back the other direction. He's going to dish off on the left. Here's a shot out from 7. Good. 6-2 Mesa with a bucket by Ingles. Riders back the other way. Fast-paced action so far. Long pass on the side. 3-pointer on the way. Marchese off the front, no good. And another rebound for Clinton. Second rebound for Clinton in the ball game. Here's a dish inside again. Knocked away. Scramble on the side. Out of bounds to Yavapai. Early going, Mesa trying to force it inside to Lautzenheiser and Bowden. 3.5 minutes in, 6-2 in favor of Mesa. And here's a steal coming back the other direction. Little 5-footer in the lane, good. Mark Ingles. 4 points for Ingles. 8-2, Mesa by 6. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Single elimination in these playoffs. Payton in the lane, dishes off to Marchese, laid it up short. Off the side, no good. Easy layup, uncontested, won't go. Ingles for 3, good. Timeout, Dolph Carroll's seen enough. He's gonna slow the troops down. 15:51 to go, first half. Mesa 11, Yavapai 2. You're watching Rough Rider Basketball on the Access Channel. Prescott Community Access Channel 13. Running down final standings in the ACCAC, Northland Pioneer was the conference champion, coming in with a conference record of 20-2 and an overall record of 27-3. Phoenix was second at 18-4 and 24-4 overall. These Mesa Thunderbirds came in third at 17-5 and 19-11 overall. Central finished up in the fourth spot with a 15-7 record and 18-9. Arizona Western was 14-8 in the fifth spot, and they finished with 22-8 overall. And these Riders, the last playoff seed at 12-10 and 16-14. And we're back to action. Dolph Carroll with a few words of encouragement to his team early, down by 9. Here's Redding, passes over to Peyton at the top of the key, over to Redding. Looking inside, dishes it back out to Braxton. Back to Marchese. Shot clock reading 20. Jamar puts on a pump fake, looks inside, throws it up from about 17, no good. Off the side, no good. Rebound scramble underneath, yanked down by Mesa. And coming out with the ball is number 32, Ewell Clinton. Clinton being guarded by Redding. Redding backs off now. Forces it inside, and here's another easy layup for David Lautzenheiser. So far, Mesa having their own way underneath the basket. Yavapai going to have to sag back and guard that underneath basket just a little bit better. McGee at the top of the circle. Over to Redding on the right. Redding drives the right lane, throws it up from about 5, won't go. And another rebound underneath by Brent Bowden. Bowden out the top. Looks over on the side. Here's a three-pointer on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Yanked down by the Riders. Ingles with that three that wouldn't go. Here's a attempted steal, and it is going to be stolen. Mesa coming back the other way. Here's a dish off. Layup won't go. Offensive rebound put back up and good. Bowden with the layup missed, and Lautzenheiser was there for the rebound, and it's 15-2. Mesa by 13. Yavapai digging a hole early. Marchese passes it over on the wing. Back out to Peyton. Three good. Yavapai stuck on 2 points for about 3 minutes. Finally crank up a three, and it's 15-5. Mesa by 10. Clinton back the other direction. He passes off to Ingles. Back to Clinton. Thunderbirds on the perimeter. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Ewell Clinton with a three. And they answer Yavapai's three. 18-5. Mesa by 13. Chris is laid up and in. Braxton with the layup underneath. 18-7. Mesa coming back the other way. Dish underneath. They're going to count the basket by Lautzenheiser. We thought he walked underneath. No call. Foul is on Braxton. His first team foul. Lautzenheiser goes to the line. He has 8 points in the game so far. Coming into the ball game, number 21, Steve Reed, replacing number 24, Joe Whitlock. Lautzenheiser going to the line as a team. Free throw is good. As a team, Lautzenheiser, or make that as a team, Mesa is third in the conference, shooting 71% from the charity stripe. 21-7, Mesa by 14. 13:04 to go, first half. Marchese to Braxton, over in the corner to Jason Sample, who's in the ball game. Back out to Peyton. He's going to throw up a three, air ball underneath, and we're going to rebounded underneath by Marchese, but I believe he stepped on the in line, and the ball's turned over to Mesa. Fourth turnover for the Riders in the ball game. Mesa back the other way. Here's a layup attempt. No good, but a foul. Foul's on Sebastian Payton. Make that, yes, Sebastian Payton gets the foul. Going to the line will be number 42, Paul Morris. 12:36 to go. Make that 12:38 to go first half. First free throw is up and good. 22-7. Mesa has jumped out to a big lead early. Second free throw on the way, and it also goes. Riders have to stiffen up on the defense. So far, Mesa has been very willing to run with the Riders. Riders known for their run and gun style. Sample with the ball over to McGee, back to Sample. Dish underneath, laid up and in. Brett Marchese, 4 points for Marchese, 23-9. Mesa by 14. Defense going to be a key. Riders have to stiffen up on defense. Mesa so far being able to do what they want, especially underneath the basket. Inside once again, double team. Back out. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Good. Mark Ingalls with another three. Ingalls with 10 points on the game, 26-9. Braxton in the lane, dishes out to Marchese, pump fake, he drives the lane, throws it off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound underneath, laid up and in. Garth Braxton with the two. 3 offensive rebounds now for Braxton. First two, 26-11, Mesa by 15. Wide open three, thrown up and good. Ewell Clinton, 29-11, Mesa by 18. 6 points in the game for Clinton. Riders having a tough time so far. In the corner, shot clock down to 15. Riders a little flat in the early going. Here's a shot up by Sample, good. 3-point goal for Sample, 28-14, Mesa by 14. Here's another three on the way, and that's going to go. Steve Reed with the tray. So far, these teams shooting serious three-pointers on the ball game. 3-point field goal percentage. Here's a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Mesa. 3-point field goal percentage. Mesa shooting 38%. That's third in the conference. Yavapai coming in sixth in the conference at 35%. Both teams shooting threes very well tonight. Mesa doing just a little bit better, however. Here's a steal underneath by Marchese, coming back the other way. Riders down by 17, need to make a move. Another three-pointer, off the side, no good by Payton. Rebounded underneath by Bowden. Mesa content to slow it down just a little bit. Clinton with the basketball, being guarded by Marchese out front. Wide open underneath, number 52, Brent Bowden again. The Riders got to do a better job guarding Bowden underneath. Bowden and Lautzenheiser. Yavapai is going to take another timeout. I'll tell you what, Dolph Carroll is not happy so far with what he sees. 9:09 to go, first half. Mesa 33, Yavapai 14. You're watching Yavapai College Rough Rider basketball on the Access Channel. Prescott Community Access Channel 13. Finishing up the final standings in the ACCAC, Eastern finished just out of the money in the playoff spot in the 7th position, 9-13 overall, and actually they were tied in the conference with Pima, also at 9-13. Eastern overall was 14-16, and Pima was 12-16. So Eastern played a couple more non-conference games than Pima did. Scottsdale at 6-16 and 8-20. South Mountain at 5-17 and 5-22. Cochise 4-18 and 7-23, and rounding out the standings, Glendale at 3-19 and 5-25. Riders come back out with McGee. Darren Gagnon's in the ball game now for the Riders. Brett Marchese, Braxton, and Sample. Dolph trying to shake the lineup up. He wants to get something going. Three-pointer on the way. McGee off the front, no good. Again, offensive rebound by Gagnon. Out to Marchese at the three-point circle. Riders on the perimeter once again. Shot clock at 20. Mesa has a definite height advantage on the Riders tonight, especially the two big men. Here's a little shot off the glass, won't go, and once again, crashing the boards, number 40, Mark Kazarowski. 9 rebounds now for Mesa in the ball game, and it sure seems like a lot more. Riders most possessions getting one shot and out. The Mesa big men doing a good job so far in the ball game. Mesa looking inside. Here's Kazarowski at the top, dishes it off. Here's a long three on the way, off the front of the iron, no good. One of the rare misses tonight for Mesa, and that was Ingles throwing up the errant three. Marchese back the other way, dishes off to Sample, out to Gagnon. Gagnon back to Sample. Out at the top, Mesa doing good job in pursuit and defensive pursuit. Sample on the right, on the left make that. Out to Gagnon, shot clock at 11. Mike McGee, they're having a tough time penetrating. McGee does, off the glass, and once again Mesa with the rebound. 33-14, 7:27 to go, first half. Kyle Hesting in the ball game for Mesa. 5'10", freshman guard out of Mesa. Here's a shot on the way and good. Mark Ingles with another bucket. 12 points for Ingles, 35-14. Mesa by 21. 7 minutes to go, first half. Riders definitely look stale in the first half. Tough defense being applied by number 41, Kyle Hesting on Marchese. Shot clock at 15. Turnover. Illegal screen call. Foul on Braxton. That's his second. Only the third foul called in this very fast-moving first half. Make that the fourth overall foul. 3 on Yavapai and 1 on Mesa. So fouling is not going to be a problem. Driving the lane and laying it up and in, Mark Ingles. 14 for Ingles, 37-14. Mesa playing tenacious defense, and we see why they did come in ranked number 3 in the league. And here's a turnover coming back the other direction. Laid up and in. Ingles with another 2. That's 16 in the game for Ingles. 39-14. I want to check something I said earlier. Mesa is first in total defense in the conference, not third. Here's an air ball thrown up on the side over there by Sample. Rebounded by Mesa, long pass. Saved underneath, no. Stepped on the baseline. Coming in, Sebastian Payton comes in, as well as Jamar Redding. Checking out will be Gagnon and Sample. Mesa out by 25, 39-14, 5:44 to go, first half. John Williams here from Theo J. Heap Gymnasium on the campus of Mesa Community College. So far, flat tires on the Riders wagon in the early stage, and we're going to have an offensive foul on Jamar Redding. That brings Dolph Carroll off the bench, and that pretty much signifies what's been happening in this first half for the Riders. 5 turnovers now in the first half for the Riders. Turnovers haven't been a problem so much as errant shots. They're not shooting very well so far in the ball game. We got steps on Mesa. Paul Morris dragged a foot. One of the rare turnovers for the Thunderbirds in the ball game. Very quick moving half. A lot of missed shots and very few fouls. Makes for a very fast half. Here's a block underneath. Reading blocked in the lane, but we do have a foul. Foul is on Paul Morris. Second team foul, first personal. Morris coming out, checking back in is David Lautzenheiser. Reading going to the line. First free throw is up, around, and no good. Jamar on the season is shooting 61, almost 62% from the foul line. He'll have another. Second one bounces off the iron and does drop in. 39-15. Riders with a huge mountain to climb in this game. 24 points down, just under 5 minutes to go. And here's a steal. Transition for the Riders. Marchese with a layup, won't go. And of course we have an offensive foul called on Brent Marchese. 15 foul, first personal on Marchese. Trapping now. Riders putting on a little bit of backcourt trap. Mesa needs to get it over, and one they do. No, and here's a steal. Reading with a steal. Mesa almost with a 10-second violation in the backcourt. Payton passes it over. Reading with the ball. Drives over to Marchese. To McGee, over in the corner. Shot in the lane, up and good. Braxton. 6 points for Braxton, 39-17. 4:16 to go. Mesa breaks the trap this time down. Three-pointer on the way. Off the front of the iron, no good. Long rebound to Reading. And a traveling violation on Jamar Reading. Both coaches off the bench. Coach Bennett yelling at somebody, and Dolph Carroll, of course, talking to Jamar, telling him to slow down just a little bit. Mesa with the ball underneath their own bucket. Here's a near steal out of bounds. Mesa will retain possession. Braxton with the attempted steal off his hands and out of bounds. Coming into the ball game, number 32 and number 52 for Mesa. That will be Ewell Clinton returning, and Brent Bowden going out. Number 41, Kyle Hesting, and number 40, Mark Kazarowski. Clinton with the ball out top. On the right, three-pointer on the way, short. Scramble underneath, yanked down by Jamar. Running back the other direction, he's got Marchese on the wing, takes it himself, up and in. 39-19. 3 points for Reading on the ball game. One free throw and one bucket. Coming back the other direction, pump fake, shot off the glass, up and good by Brett Bowden. 6 points for Bowden, 41-19. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the game. McGee out at the top, he drives the lane, throws it up from about 7, here's an air ball, yanked down, contact underneath, no foul called. Another rebound for Mesa. Clinton with the ball, dishes off on the right wing, back out, over in the corner, wide open three-pointer, we got a whistle and a turnover. Foul is on number 52, Brent Bowden. That's going to be his first, only the third team foul on the Thunderbirds. Here's Marchese looking to drive the lane, dishes back out, three-pointer by McGee, rounded off, no good. McGee 0 for 4 on three-pointers tonight. Rebounded once again by Mesa. Here's Clinton coming back the other way, near steal by Marchese. Back out top. Drives the lane. Wide open three in the corner. Good. Joe Whitlack. First three in the ball game for Whitlack. 44-19. Here's a three on the way for the Riders. Up and good. Sebastian Payton. 44-22. Clinton in the lane from about 8, won't go. Tipped up, rebounded underneath by Lautzenheiser. Mesa back out to reset. Clinton with the ball. Back to Lautzenheiser. He's double teamed. Breaks through. Free throw lane leaner won't go. Gets his own rebound underneath. Knocked away by Marchese, but grabbed by Clinton. Back inside. Looked like a traveling violation. Not called. Lautzenheiser with another bucket. 11 for Lautzenheiser, 46-22. Riders down by 24. Shot up on the other end won't go. Riders will retain possession. Lautzenheiser took about 3-4 steps underneath with his dish move. No call. Officials electing to swallow their whistle. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Good. Mike McGee with his first three of the ball game. He's 1 for 5 for three-pointers now. Just over a minute to go, 46-25. That's over and back, no call. Ewell Clinton getting away with one there in the corner. Shot on the way, around and out, no good. Rebounded underneath by Redding. Riders running, 50 seconds to go. Pressure at midcourt. Jamar breaks it through, and here's a steal. Turnover by underneath. Score the bucket, and he's fouled. Fouled by Mark Ingles. Or foul. Basket by Mark Ingles. 18. Foul on Mike McGee. First for McGee, 16 foul. Ingles to the line. Very tough first half for the Riders. First free throw will go. 36 seconds to go in the half. 49-25 Mesa. Shot clock at 24, game clock at, well, there's a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ball knocked away from Marchese. Back to Marchese. Three on the way, off the front of the iron, no good. Mesa coming down, last shot time. 15 seconds to go in the half. Clinton with the ball. 10. Clinton out front. With 3, 2, shot up, good. With 1 second to go, and it counts. Whitlack with the bucket. Foul is on Marchese. His second, 7th team foul. 1 second to go in the half. Free throw up, good. 1 second to go. Marchese throws it up from midcourt, short. And that's going to do it for the first half here from Theo J. Heap Gymnasium at Mesa Community. At the half, Mesa 52, Yavapai 25. You're watching Yavapai College Rough Rider basketball on the Access Channel. Back here at Theo J. Heap Gymnasium on the campus of Mesa Community College, we're at the half. It's been all Mesa, leading 52-25. John Williams set to call the second half for you here. About a minute to go before we get this second half underway, and I'll tell you what, in the first half, it was all Mesa. Running down the statistics for you, scoring-wise, Mark Ingles leads Mesa with 19. David Lautzenheiser has 11. Joe Whitlock and Ewell Clinton and Brent Bowden all had 6. Steve Reed with 3. And Paul Morris rounded out the scoring with 2. As a team, Mesa had 14 rebounds, only 4 turnovers, and they had 3 steals. For the Rough Riders, not good. Garth Braxton and Sebastian Payton leading in scoring with 6 points apiece. Brett Marchese had 4. Jason Sample, Jamar Redding, and Mike McGee with 3 points apiece. 10 rebounds as a team for the Rough Riders and 7 turnovers and only 2 steals for Yavapai. I'm sure Dolph Carroll had a few harsh words for his team as they played flat for the first 20 minutes when Mike McGee only has 3 points to go with the half. You know it wasn't a good half for the Riders with McGee averaging 18 on the season. We're back to action in the second half. McGee with the ball. Over to Marchese. To Redding in the lane. Dishes back out to Marchese. He drives the lane, throws it up. Good. No, won't go. But he does draw the foul. Foul is on number 32, Ewell Clinton. That's his first team foul in the second half for Mesa. Marchese will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw by Marchese is up and good. Brett on the season shooting 61.4% from the charity stripe. Intensity going to be a big thing in the second half for the Riders, especially on the defensive end. Both free throws by Marchese will go, 52-27. Pressure in the backcourt now. Clinton being double teamed. He dishes off. They break the press. Mesa on the perimeter. Here's a three-pointer on the way up, off the front of the rim, no good, and yanked down by Marchese. Whitlock with the three-pointer that came up short. Riders back the other direction. McGee over to Marchese. Drives the lane to Braxton. Back to Redding, being double-teamed. Marchese throws up a 3, off the front of the rim, no good, and there's the Mesa for the rebound. Yanked down underneath by Whitlock. In the lane, dish back out. Mesa looking for a good shot. 3 on the way, off the side, no good. Rebound down by the Riders. The Riders running. Marchese back the other direction. Mesa back on defense. Ball knocked away, retained by the Riders. Here's Redding. He looks for a shot, doesn't take it. Over to Marchese on the left wing. Down in the corner to Redding. Pump fake, double team by Mesa. Back out, and we're going to have a foul. Foul again on Ewell Clinton. His second team foul. Non-shooting foul. Riders will inbound it underneath their own bucket. McGee looking to get it in. He does to Marchese. Zone defense being applied by Mesa. Dish inside to Redding. Little 7-footer in the lane, good. 5 for Redding in the ball game, 52-29. Mesa by 23. Here's Ingles out at the top, being guarded by McGee. Over in the corner to Clinton. Back out to Whitlock. Inside, underneath, shot on the way, won't go. Obvious mismatch. Brett Bowden underneath at 6'7", being guarded by Brett Marchese at 6'1". We have a foul on the play by Brett Marchese. Make that Jamar Redding with the foul. His first team foul in the second half. Three-pointer on the way, good. Mark Ingles picking up right where he left off in the first half. 22 for Ingles now in the ball game, 55-29. Braxton with the ball at the top three-point line. Over to Marchese. Here's a shot in the lane, up, no good, by Payton, yanked down with authority by Lautzenheiser. Over in the corner, setting up for another 3. Another 3! Whitlock with the 3. 58-29. Mesa killing the Riders with the three-pointer tonight. That's basically the difference in the ball game. Mesa's making their threes and the Riders are not. Redding drives the lane. Little two-footer won't go. Scramble underneath, pulled down by Mesa. Mesa running back the other direction. Here's a long pass underneath. Whitlock lays it up and in. 11 for Whitlock, 60-29. This one's getting away quickly. 31-point deficit now for the Riders. Flat from the opening gun. Marchese to McGee, back to Marchese. He lines up for a three. Won't go. Once again, yanked down underneath by the Mesa, and a turnover, traveling violation. Nate Scott seeing his first action in the ball game for the Riders. Timeout by the Riders. 16-13 to go in the ball game. Mesa 60, Yavapai 29. You're watching Rough Rider basketball on the Access Channel. Prescott Community Access Channel 13. Barring a change in the outcome of tonight's score, Mesa will go on to play Phoenix College in the second round. That'll be Thursday night at Phoenix, as Phoenix comes in the number 2 seed, and they draw one of the 2 first-round byes in this tournament, the other one being Northland Pioneer with the first-round bye. They will take on the winner of Central Arizona and Arizona Western, which are going at it tonight as well, and that will also be Thursday night at Holbrook, the home of the Northland Pioneer Eagles. Teams back out on the floor, 60-29. Riders with the basketball. Marchese over to Peyton. Peyton out to Redding at the top. Back to Marchese. Dishes off in the corner. 3 on the way. Won't go. By Peyton. Mesa running. Long way. Block, and we're going to have a foul. Mark Ingles, leading the break, was fouled on the play. Foul is on Nate Scott, his first. Ingles going to the line to shoot 2. First free throw on the way by Ingles is up and in. Free throw percentage on the season, Mesa ranks 3rd in the conference, 410 out of 580. 71%. Both free throws for Ingles go, 62-29. Mesa extends their lead. Looks like it's going to be an unhappy trip up the hill tonight for Dolph Carroll's crew. Peyton out of the top. Redding with the ball into Peyton, into Braxton. Braxton with a little leaner from about 7 goes. 8 for Braxton. Pressure in the backcourt. Ingles gets it across to Clinton. He walked, it looks like. Nope, 3-second lane violation. Clinton was looking to pass the ball inside to somebody, and it looked like he dragged the pivot foot, but it doesn't matter. We had a lane violation anyway. 62-31. Mesa doubled the score on the Riders at this point. 15-11 to go in the ball game. Set to check in for Mesa is number 42, Paul Morris. Here's the steal. Redding gets stripped in the lane. Running back the other way. Mesa with a layup up and in. That's number 21, Steve Reed. 5 for Reed in the game. 64-31. Everything going the Thunderbirds' way tonight. Not a good way to finish the season for the Riders. Braxton with the ball out at the top. Over to Peyton. Peyton looking inside. Mesa playing tenacious defense, showing why they're ranked number 1. They do break it underneath. Nate Scott, first 2 in the ball game for Scott, 64-33. Mesa back the other way, near steal by Redding. Pulled in by Clinton, back out to Ingles. Double teamed out front, Ingles. Over in the corner to Clinton, underneath, and a foul, a whistle, knocked out of bounds. Now finally checking in is Morris, checking out 42. No, Morris in, 44 checking out. That's David Lautzenheiser. Mesa in the lane. Here's a little 3-foot running hook by Brent Bowden, and that goes. 8 for Bowden. 66-33. Marchese for 3. No. Offensive rebound. Braxton up. No. Offensive rebound. Braxton stripped underneath. Mesa comes out with it. The Riders left the offense at home. Clinton with the ball out front. Dishes off. Morris underneath. Inside, wide open, number 52, Brent Bowden, up and in. 68-33. 35-point deficit now for the Riders. Marchese back the other direction. Mesa came out of the locker room, picking up right where they left off. Gagnon set to check in for the Riders. Ball knocked away, out of bounds to the Riders. Make that 2 Mesa. McGee checking back in. Payton checks out. Braxton checks out. McGee in. Marchese in. Redding in. Gagnon. And Scott. Kyle Hesting with the ball. Being guarded by Marchese. Gets it off to Reed. Reed out front. Mesa could use clock if they wanted to. They choose not to. Here's a shot in the lane by Morris. Won't go. Jump ball. Alternate possession. Mesa with the offensive possession on the possession meter. They will retain possession. Fresh shot clock. Ingles with the ball out front. Hesting with the ball, dishes off. Back to Ingles. Shot clock at 13. Shot up. Basket won't count. We have a traveling violation. One of the few baskets shot up tonight by Ingles that didn't count. Marchese out at the left 3-point circle. Dish in the lane. Underneath, layup won't go, and that's the story of the night for the Riders. Rebounded by Mesa. Hesting with the ball. Over to Kazarowski. Here's a turnover. Gagnon takes it away. Nate Scott in the lane, throws it up, laid up, won't go. Foul.
Mesa foul number 40, Kazarowski.
Fouls on Kazarowski, his first. Neither team in foul trouble. Only the third team foul. Timeout on the floor. 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Mesa 68, Yavapai 33. You're watching Yavapai College Rough Rider basketball on the Access Channel, Prescott Community Access Channel 13. I want to tell you about an event coming up at Yavapai College. The Yavapai College Foundation presents Dr. Bernie Siegel and Bobby Siegel. That'll be Wednesday, March 9th for a workshop at the Prescott Sheridan Resort and Conference Center and a lecture in the Yavapai College Performance Hall. He is the author of bestsellers Love, Medicine, and Miracles, Peace, Love, and Healing, and How to Live Between Office Visits. Siegel's therapeutic approach to illness is aimed at the integration of body, mind, and spirit. The workshop from 10 to 3 in the afternoon is $85 per person and includes lunch. The admission to the lecture at 7 o'clock in the evening is $15 per person. Admission for both workshop and lecture is $90. People may register over the phone using Visa or MasterCard by calling 776-2033. The event is sponsored in part by the Prescott Sheridan Resort and Conference Center. Going to the line for the Riders will be Nate Scott. Scott's first free throw is up and won't go. Second free throw on the way is good. He gets 1 of 2. Scott on the season is a 64% free throw shooter. 69-34, Riders down by a whole bunch, 35. Here's a shot on the side, won't go. Rebound in the lane by Marchese. He dishes off to Gagnon. Gagnon looks inside, dishes it out back to Marchese. Over to Gagnon, he's going to throw it up. He's not going to get it. Rebound underneath, out of bounds to Yavapai. Two Mesa players fighting for a rebound. Kazarowski and Reed, and it went off their hands and out of bounds. Redding throws it in from underneath the bucket. He does. Here's a three on the way. Short. Rebound Mesa. Pressure in the backcourt being applied by McGee. Mesa does get the over just in time, and here's a turnover. Only the 6th turnover for the Thunderbirds in the ball game. McGee out at the top. Over to Redding. He's going to throw it up from 17. Short. Can't get a shot to drop tonight. Out of bounds to Mesa. 11:11 to go. 68-34. It's been all Mesa tonight from the opening tip. Braxton getting set to check back in for the Riders. Ingles out at the top. Over to Morris. Back to Ingles. Ingles and shot clock at 7. Ingles being guarded by McGee with 4. With 3, he drives the lane, throws it up. Count. No, it won't go. But he is fouled.
Yavapai foul number 40, Michael.
Fouls on Mike McGee, his 2nd. 3rd team foul. Going to the line will be Mark Ingles. Ingles is a 6'1" sophomore guard out of Tempe. So Mesa going to go on and play the Bears of Phoenix College in the 2nd round. Both free throws for Ingles will go. He's going to check out, and into the game for Mesa is Jeff Stum, a 6'3" freshman guard out of Phoenix. 70-34. Jamar out at the top. Over to Braxton. Looking inside. Back to Jamar. And here's a steal. Hesting with the good hands. Throws it away. Turn it right back over. One of the few things that hasn't gone right tonight for the Thunderbirds. Jason Sample getting set to check back in for the Riders. Here's a shot from about 5, rolls around and no good. Once again, 1 shot and out for the Riders. We got a whistle. And a foul. Fouls on Jamar Redding. He checks out. 3rd team foul. Make that 4th team foul. 3rd personal on Redding. Checking into the ball game now, Roberto Nasca for the Riders. Under 10 minutes to go, 70-34. Inside, off the glass and in once again. Kazarowski with a bucket. First 2 in the ball game for Kazarowski. Back the other way, Roberto Nasca lays it up and in. Sample, Nasca into the ball game. Nate Scott, Marchese, and Braxton for the Riders. 72-36. Stum with the ball. Passes it off. Morris. Back to Reed. Inside. Won't go, and another whistle.
Yavapai foul number 50.
Foul is on Roberto Nasca, his first, 5th team foul. Into the game for Mesa, Jason Shilsky. Make that Schlensky, a 6'9" sophomore center. Mesa gets the award for the all-name team, I'll tell you. Shooting free throws will be number 40, Kazarowski. Dan Grant into the ball game. Free throw goes. Checking out is Nate Scott. Scott checks out with 3. Both free throws go for Kazarowski. 4 points for him. 9 minutes to go, 74-36. Mesa. Sample with the ball, passes it over to Braxton, tries to get it inside to Nasca, knocked out of bounds. Off Nasca, another turnover, Mesa's ball. Into the ball game, Mike McKinley for Mesa, a 6-foot freshman guard out of Mesa. Riders backcourt trap. Oh, we got a double dribble. Steve Reed losing control of the ball, took one extra dribble, turnover back to the Riders. 8:45 to go, and this one will all be over. 74-36, it's been all Mesa. Ball knocked out of bounds, Yavapai retains possession. Mesa will take on Phoenix Thursday night in round 2. Northland will host the winner of Central and Arizona Western in Holbrook also on Thursday. And then the winners of those games will play Saturday night for the ACCAC Championship. In the lane, Braxton loses it, gets it back, knocks it out to Marchese. Shot clock at 11. Marchese puts on a fake, dishes it off to Sample, throws up a 3, around and out, no good. Offensive rebound, put back up and in by Braxton. 10 for Braxton, 74-38. Mesa by 36. Pressure in the backcourt, and we're going to have a 10-second backcourt violation. First one of the night against the Thunderbirds. Jason with a 3-pointer, off the side, no good. Offensive rebound, Grant, foul. Ball goes out of bounds. Foul is on number 14, Jason Stum. His fourth team foul. Timeout on the floor. 7:53 to go in the ball game. Mesa 74, Yavapai 38. You're watching Rough Rider basketball on the Access Channel. Prescott Community Access Channel 13. Some team statistics comparing the two. On the offensive side, Yavapai ranks 5th in the conference, averaging 84.5 points a game, and of course well under their average tonight. Mesa comes in the 9th position at 76.5 point average on the season, and they're just about there. On the defensive end, of course, Mesa first in the conference, allowing under 68 points a game, 67.3. Yavapai comes in the 8th position, averaging 83.6 allowed on the season. Back to action. Sample inside, dishes it back out to Sample over to Marchese. He's going to throw up a 3. He's not going to get it. Long rebound dragged down by McKinley. And here's a turnover, back the other direction. And here's at least a nice play on the offensive end. Garth Braxton with the dunk. 12 points for Braxton in the game. 74-40, backcourt press once again by the Riders. They need to get it over, and they do. Yavapai still playing intense, down by 34. Here's Stum with the ball. He dishes it off into McKinley. In the lane, whistle. Foul is on Garth Braxton, his third, 6th team foul, 3rd personal. Non-shooting. Mesa inbounds the ball into their own basket. Fresh shot clock. Comes into Schlesky. Out to Morris. Here's a shot from about 17 off the front of the iron. No good by Stum. Rebounded by the Riders. 6.5 to go. Brett Marchese to Braxton. Over to Sample on the left wing. He dishes inside to Nazca. Nazca tries to go up for a shot, but he's fouled. Foul is on number 10, Mike McKinley, his first. 5th team foul. Roberto Nazca goes to the line, and he'll be shooting 2. According to my stat sheet, these are the first 2 free throws on the season for Roberto Nazca. Nazca got 1 of the 2 to go, and Garth Braxton got the offensive rebound off the missed second one and got it to go. In the lane, here's an errant pass picked up by Stum, and it goes, 76-43. Sample being hounded by Stum. Into Nazca, little running 2-footer drops. 5 in the game for Nazca. Backcourt pressure again being applied by the Riders. And Mesa does break it. Almost a traveling violation, no call. 3-pointer up and in. Schlesky with the 3, that's his first bucket of the game, 79-45. Braxton in the lane, air ball, pulled down underneath by Mesa. Well, we're gonna have a foul called, offensive foul on Stum. That's his first. Second person will make that, 6th team foul. Inbounds to the Riders. 5 minutes to go. 79-45. Grant over to Sample. Into Nazca. Nazca throws up a hook from about 10 and he gets it to go. Nazca with 7. Mason has 3 seconds to get it across, and they do. Stum from the free throw lane, won't go. Foul underneath. It's going to be a foul underneath on Mesa, on somebody on Mesa. Foul is on Kazarowski, number 40. 7th team foul now. Brett Marchese to the line with the 1-and-1. Marchese, a 61.4% free throw shooter on the season. Free throw won't go. Yanked down underneath by Schlesky. Very little to smile about tonight for the Riders. Outgunned in the first half, and it's remained this way through the second half to this point. 79-47, it's been all Mesa. Mesa goes on, plays Phoenix Thursday night. 3-pointer on the way, up won't go. Schlesky with the 3. Checking back in, Sebastian Payton checking out Garth Braxton. Foul is on 41, Hesting. Check that, they gave the foul to Kazarowski, his 3rd. Jason Sample goes to the line. Free throw around and off won't go. Mesa rebounds. Sample, that was his first free throw shot on the season as well. Inside. Whistle again, and another foul. Schlesky drove the lane and he was fouled by Roberto Nazca. That's his 2nd. 7th team foul on the Riders. Schlesky to the line. shooting 2. First one around and off. Roberto Nasca was in the lane early, so the free throw will not count and he'll have 2 more. And he'll get another. Anxious riders in the lane. Second free throw goes. So academically he gets them both, 81-47. Peyton out at the top. Dishes over to Sample. Being guarded by Stum. Here's a shot in the lane, good, Dan Grant. First 2 in the game for Grant. 3.5 to go, 81-49, Mesa. Double team in the backcourt, again. They do get across, here's a wide open man. Goes up for the dunk, he's blocked by Nasca, but Nasca's gonna get the foul.
Yavapai foul, number 50, on Roberto Nasca, his third.
That's Nasca's 3rd foul. Going to the line, number 40, Kazarowski, Mark Kazarowski, 6'7", freshman forward out of Glendale. Free throw is up and good. So the Riders finished their season at 12-11 and 16-15. Both free throws are good. Here's Grant in the lane to Sample. Little shot from 7 off the back iron, won't go. Gets his own rebound. Back out to Grant. Free throw lane jumper. Around and goes. 4 for Grant. Double dribble now. Good defense being applied by Sebastian Payton in the backcourt, causing the double dribble. Turnover to the Riders. Here's Marchese out at the right 3-point circle over to Payton. Dish inside. Nasca lays it up and in. 9 points for Nasca. Off the foot of Payton. Pressure in the backcourt. Mesa will retain possession. Fresh shot clock. 2.5 to go in the Riders season. Mesa by 30. Here's a wide open man once again. Oh, and a missed dunk by Kazarowski. Mesa gets the rebound. Kazarowski about 1 step farther out than he needed to be. Hit it off the back iron. Here's a shot from 18 by Stum off the front, no good. Long rebound down to the Riders. Riders are running. Sample, 3-pointer by Grant. Up, side, no good. Rebound underneath, Mesa. Reed with the board. Under 2 minutes. Here's a running right-hander, won't go. Riders with the rebound. Grant over to Sample, drives the left side. Dish out, stolen by Mesa. McKinley back the other way, dishes it off, laid up, off, no good, rebound. Yavapai, Reed with the errant layup. Marchese back the other direction. 1:19 to go. Mesa had their own way pretty much all night tonight. Sample over to Payton, into Nasca, back to Payton, lines up for 3. Won't go. Rebound McKinley. Under a minute. .48 seconds to go now. Mesa out at the perimeter. Shot clock at 15. 3-pointer on the way. Off the front of the iron, no good. Long rebound, Nasca. Over to Marchese, 35 seconds to go. Marchese lines up for 3. He won't get it. Offensive rebound, or make that defensive rebound. Steve Reed. 26 seconds to go. 15 seconds now. Down to 10. Shot from about 16 won't go. Rebound, Nazca. Riders running with 4. Underneath, Peyton fouled at the buzzer. Now, is he going to get 2 free throws? No, it doesn't matter. That's going to do it. Final score. They give Schlensky 1 more foul, but it's all academic. Final score from Mesa Community College. The Thunderbirds go on, the Riders go home. Final score 83-53 in favor of Mesa Community. We'll have all the stats and hopefully a word from Coach Carroll in just a few moments. You've been watching Yavapai College Rough Rider basketball on the Access Channel. Prescott Community Access Channel 13. Back here at Mesa Community College, final score once again, Mesa 83 and Yavapai College 54. Tough loss now for the Riders as they end their season. Running down the scoring tonight for the Thunderbirds of Mesa Community. Mark Ingalls was their everything tonight, 26 points on the night for Ingalls. Joe Whitlock with 11. David Lautzenheiser also had 11. Brent Bowden with 10. Ewell Clinton with 6. Mark Kazarowski also had 6. Steve Reed, Jason Schlensky both had 5. And Paul Morris and Jeff Stum both had 2. Total of 28 rebounds for Mesa, 14 turnovers, and 7 steals. On the other side of the board, for the Riders, Garth Braxton, only man in double figures tonight with 14 points. Roberto Nazca had 9. Sebastian Payton had 7. Brett Marchese, 6. Jamar Redding had 5. Dan Grant with 4. Jason Sample, Nate Scott, and Mike McGee with a surprising 3 points on the night. Mike way below his average. Rebounding, 24 total rebounds for Yavapai, 14 turnovers, and 4 steals. Yavapai now falls to 16 and 15 overall as they end their season. Mesa goes to 20 and 11 overall. And we have with us Coach Dolph Carroll. And Coach, from the opening tip, things just were not going the way of the Riders tonight. It seemed like we left the shots up the hill. What happened?
Yeah, I think we did. I think, you know, we had such great looks at the basket early. We just couldn't knock any down. And they did an outstanding job defensively and offensively. They came down and hit some big-time threes. I shot 50% from threes alone during the first half, and I think their field goal percentage was almost 60%. So they were extremely hot. We could never get into it. We lost some confidence. We couldn't get shots to fall, and our confidence began to fall. You know, we did a nice job inside against their post players. I think Bowden had 39 last time and 20 rebounds. We pretty much isolated them, and they were extremely hot. And like I said, we couldn't get going. We couldn't get any shots to fall. We couldn't quite get over the hump. And when that happens to a very young team and they get down 20, 15, and 20 that quickly, it's very difficult mentally to get them back. And bless their hearts, it was just one of those things. They're talking 18-year-old freshmen going against 21 and 22-year-old freshmen on the other side, and there's a big, big difference. And I'm not whining or complaining. Tom did a tremendous job, and Mesa deserved to win tonight. It was just a good old-fashioned butt kicking, and we were on the bad end of it.
Yeah, from the opening gun, like I said, it came out, and they were up 15-20 real early. Shots were not falling. Mike McGee, first 3 shots of the game were all 3-pointers, and they all fell short. It just the ball was not going in tonight, and it happens sometimes. Teams, you know, they want it, they're ready to go, and you just take those shots, and they just won't fall for you. And of course, the worst time to have that happen is in the first round of the playoff.
Yeah, John, that's right. And we were so prepared. We thought the kids were ready to play. They had their offense pretty well scouted. We understood what they were going to look for, where they were going to get the ball, and I thought we did a nice job. Had we gotten a couple ifs, and buts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But they hit some big-time plays. We could not score. We went, I think after 5 minutes, we had 4 points. And that just deflated our kids. Again, I don't know what else happened. Once they got down, it's just really tough to get them back.
And of course, with Tootie Green being out due to the problem that they had the other night against Pima College at home, how much do you think you missed Tootie tonight?
Oh, it's hard to say. Obviously, we'd like to have Tootie on the floor, but I'm not sure Tootie's presence would have made that much difference. I'd like to think it would, but one player certainly shouldn't be that much of a factor. Granted, he's one of our best players, but he was with us emotionally and spiritually, and we just it just was, like you said, it's kind of one of those nights. Nothing went right. We looked stagnant. We looked flat. We looked, it was ugly. I mean, we were just ugly tonight. And I wish I had the answers for you. It's a very disappointing loss.
Turning the page now, looking forward to next season. You did have 10 freshmen on the roster this year. We do lose Sebastian and Brett. Any idea where they're going to go to from here?
No, not yet. But we lose two very fine young men. Great leaders, great inspiration. They always work tremendously hard, both on the floor and in the classroom, and they're going to be missed. It's unfortunate. Yavapai is a 2-year school. Those are the type of young men you want around you for a long, long time. And we wish them the best success, and we're going to find them some place to go, and some place that's nice, and some place that they can continue their education and hopefully become very promising young individuals.
Okay, one final thought about this year. I'm going to ask you to maybe make a little bit of a prediction now on the rest of the tournament. Okay, so now Mesa goes on to play Phoenix Thursday night, and of course Central and Arizona Western are also playing tonight, and the winner of that game goes on to play Northland. Who do you see coming out of this going on to Hutchinson to represent the state of Arizona in the...
Now, John, I'm going on a limb here. Who's going to Hutchinson?
I want to ask you now, who do you think is going to come out of this going to Hutchinson to represent Arizona in the ACCAC? Or make that the NGACC?
I'm just gonna stay with the home court advantage. I think Northland's playing very, very well. Thursday night's game, Mesa Phoenix, is going to be a huge, huge game. But I'm gonna stay with Northland. They're on a roll. They're 25-2 or whatever, 25 they are, 27-3, and they're on a roll. They're picked to go, and I'm gonna stay with the favorite, John.
Okay.
I'm not going on a limb.
Okay. Well, Coach, you know, just one more question. I know you want to get. I want to get to your team here. Next season. Okay, you lose 2. You've got 10 freshmen. Everybody of the freshmen this year are going to be back.
Yes, that's correct. And we have 6 months to sit and dwell over this loss. We've got a lot of work to do. These freshmen have got to get a lot stronger, a lot bigger. They've got to understand that the work ethic is good, but it's got to be better. And they've got to realize that sophomores have to be leaders, have to be people that are going to step forward and make some decisions and get them things done. They're great kids. I'm sure they're going to work hard. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be, you know, there's some expectations now, and there's a little more pressure on them. There's no way to fall back on being a freshman. So depending on how they handle that and how hard they work in the off season, that'll be a determining factor of how this team's going to be.
So if you had to rate from A to F the entire season, being as what you had, 10 freshmen and all, how would you consider this overall team-wise for a grade?
Overall, from start to finish, I'd give these kids I'd give them a B. Effort was there on a daily basis at practice, or effort was there at the games. We made a lot of mental mistakes throughout the course of the year. We dropped some games that perhaps we shouldn't have lost. But I thought the kids were tremendous. They're great people. They did a great job in the classroom, and I'll give them a high B on it.
Well, that's great. Well, Coach, it's been fun. It was a good season. Young squad, made the playoffs. You know, that's probably more than several teams thought that you could do. You know, personally speaking, I think you did a fantastic job with what you had to work with. These kids are young. They're going to learn. And I'm really looking forward to next season.
Well, me too. And like I say, we've got 6 months to figure out how to come down here and beat Coach Bennett once in a while. And that's and it's going to be a lot of fun next year. We hope things work out well.
Well, great. Coach, I want to thank you for coming out and taking time to talk to us tonight. And it was a fun season once again, and we're looking forward to it next year.
Thanks again, John. We appreciate you doing it.
Okay. Coach Dolph Carroll, Yavapai College, as the Riders finish out their season tonight. 83-54 was the final from here at Mesa. Before I wrap things up, I want to give a little bit of credit to my cameraman, Ingram Johnson, who did a fantastic job for me this year, and also Wendell Bitsilly was doing a great job at the stats. Thanks, guys. You guys did a great job. And so that's going to about wrap it up from down here at Mesa. Final once again, 83-54. This has been John Williams. Glad you were with us tonight for Yavapai College Rough Rider basketball, and we'll see you next season. Good night, everyone.